Welcome to this list of the best central attacking midfielders in Football Manager 2019. And for this video, I will be focusing on the youngsters that are 20 years old or younger. And there are a lot of really good central attacking midfielders. So I brought 7 names to this list, and maybe there are some others knocking at the door. But yeah, let's roll. And in last place, in 7th spot, I have Alberto Soro, and he has some lower stats when you look at him at first glance. But look at the stats that count, the ones that are needed for his role as advanced playmaker. So we have advanced playmaker selected here, and basically it selects all the most important stats for that role, and he definitely have the right stat. Yeah, some lower ones here, but all of the lower ones are less important stats for his role. So give him a few more seasons to develop, give him some more first team experience, and you can become a really good attacking advanced playmaker. On to the 6th spot, and there we have Elias, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name because I probably would butcher it. Sorry for that. Look at his technical skills are already really good. Some of his mentals also really good. Half of the physicals are also good, and he looks more and more to be ready to start for a first team spot. He's currently loaned out from Leipzig, but if I was a Leipzig manager, I would seriously start considering calling him back, because yeah, look at his stats. He definitely could be a bench player already, starting to rotating, because he has some really fancy stats. On to the next guy, and here we have Iago Almada, and he's only 17 years old, and at that young age, look at his stats for 17. He starts to look really good, and I mean, with these stats, he should be able to take a starting spot, or at least a rotation spots in the top leagues for lower and middle table teams. Yeah, he has some really good potential here, and give him 2-3 seasons to develop even further, and he's going to be fantastic. Next guy on the list, I'm going to say this twice. This guy is only 16 years old. I repeat, this guy is only 16 years old. Look at his stats for a 16-year-old. Especially focus how these stats matches what he needs for his role. He is sensational for a 16-year-old. Can you imagine this guy with like on 5 seasons? He's still going to be a youngsters, and he's still going to be developing. Imagine this guy developing for 5 seasons. He's going to be sensational. But yeah, let's move on to the top 3. And in 3rd place, we have Phil Folden, and he made his debut for Man City in the English Premiership last season. And if he keeps on developing like this, it won't be long before he starts to give those world-class Man City midfielders a run for their money. Because I mean, he is really knocking on the door. I mean, he was playing some Premiership games last season, and if he just can take the next step, he will be a serious contender for a starting spot in Man City in like a season or two. So many fantastic stats here. I mean, look, 15, 15, 15, 15, 16, 16, 16, 15. I mean, fantastic stats. And yeah, this is a name you need to remember, because he is going to be around for quite some time. In 2nd place, and they have this Sakai Hummert, and the upcoming season will be this 19 years old's 3rd season when he plays first team football in the top tier in Germany. And I mean, look at these stats. He should be a if you are a manager now, and I guess you are because you're looking at this video, I bet money that he could be a regular starter in your team right now. Even though he still can develop a lot, he still has a huge potential to improve. He will take a first team spot in your team right now. Tell me in the comments if I'm right or wrong, but I bet he could seriously challenge for a top speed team spot in your team already at 19, with still a huge room to improve. And then we have the number 1, and it's João Felix. And if you've been playing Football Manager, you know this name because he's been one of the best central attacking midfielders for a few versions of the game right now. And he's only 18, even though it feels like he's been around in this game forever. And he only looks better and better for each version. I kind of feel like, I mean, at 18 years old, he already have 11 stats that are 14 or better. Like at 18-year-old, 11 stats that are 14 and better. Imagine if all these stats right now, if they only increased with 2 in the next column years, only 2, and he would be fantastic. Fantastic. But that's my top list for the best attacking central midfielders for Football Manager 2019. Do you agree to this list? Have I missed any of your favorites? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching.